Ooh, fancy.
This thing is heavy.
It is quite heavy.
It's very weighty.
So both of these things have the same, kinds of batteries in them, but the Elite's way, way heavier. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not.
The grips on the back are very luxurious.
It feels great. It's really smooth. It's tactile on the back.
The layout and the ergonomics of the Elite are kind of the same, but the rubber texture stuff definitely improves things a lot.
Actually, neither of these controllers feels as good as this controller.
See, the D-pad also is much nicer. There's a nice clicky feel.
The clickiness of the bumpers are way better than these guys.
There's no sort of fight in the joystick or the triggers. They're very quick to respond.
Do I just yank it out? Oh wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, that's really easy to take off, alarmingly easy.
Oh my god, this thing is crazy.
It doesn't feel like they're gonna fall off during gameplay. Even if I'm just really wedging it against the side, it doesn't actually come off unless you actually physically pull it up like that. Yeah, I really don't like concave thumbsticks because it just feels like you're gonna slip off them the entire time.
I think these are actually better than the PS3 ones.
I don't like it. It's too big.
I honestly don't know why people like concave thumbsticks.
Because they're smooth and less rubbery, therefore less likely to stick to my fingers.
The distance between my thumb and the rest of my grip is not big enough for that to be comfortable. I feel like I'm falling off it.
I definitely can't see myself using these at all.
Are these really high?
Okay, they're slightly taller. I see. Wow, they're really tall. Okay.
No wonder I can't use them. Look how high they are.
No, this isn't doing it for me. These are way too tall.
This is for man hands, not girl hands. This is huge.
You need to kind of push further out to hit the edge of the analog range.
Feels like it's going to take me too long to move in a direction. The turn speed slows down.
You can definitely achieve a more gradual sort of turn with the right thumbstick, with the taller sticks, which may be what you want, maybe not.
It just so happens that, for me, these are really tall and really hard to get on top of.
I think personally I'd run a tall thumbstick on the right and I'd use a little small one for the movement. So movement will be quick, but when I need to aim, I can sort of slowly pan.
If you were a guy and you had bigger hands, it would have been a nightmare using the PS3 controller because that thing is freaking tiny. So I can totally see the point.
So these little switches next to the triggers stop them from kind of going down so far before they actually activate. So kind of like a hair trigger mode, I guess.
Oh, I like that a lot. That's actually a lot better. Especially if you want to play MLG styles.
That's pretty cool. There's less effort involved. No, there's a lot of effort involved in pulling your finger down.
So obviously this is way better for FPS games where you need to fire shots off really quickly. And you don't want to depress it as far.
I think I like them on all the way. Just because it just feels better pulling the triggers all the way down. How do you swap the D-pad out? Does it come off? Oh my god.
Oh, it's magnetic. That's nice.
So this circle D-pad kind of makes it more like a 360s D-pad, which is, it's not as bad as that, but it doesn't feel like there's any precision.
Feels funny.
Ugh, no.
I guess they kind of want that for fighting games, so you can do half circles easy. You can do 360 motions really easily.
If I was playing Street Fighter on this, I would be whiffing everything.
If I was going to play a fighting game, I'd probably prefer to use an arcade stick.
I don't like this.
Oh my god.
Just in case you didn't have enough buttons on your controller, here are 5 more.
Okay, they're all in.
Alright, so each of the paddles by default is mapped to a face button. So that means I can shoot and reload like that.
So what, one of them is X? Not that one. Not that one.
I don't know, I feel like it's too many buttons to remember now. There's I have my finger on each and it's wait, what does that one do again?
Shoot a bunch of guys and then reload while turning around, which is kind of cool. So I can just check on what's behind me.
Yeah, okay. Oh, wow. Oh, that's kind of cool.
The idea of always having your finger on both thumbsticks and still having access to all the functions is really good.
There's a lot going on in this controller right now.
I'm not a big fan of the paddles. The option is nice to have, Maybe like if I was gonna map each one to an item, that would be handy.
I think my ideal setup would be like hair trigger on the right for sure. I'd probably use the raised one, the raised thumbstick on the right hand side, and maybe only have a couple of paddles for like reloading and jumping.
It's definitely a solid controller, but I mean like, I don't think I could go back to a normal Xbox One controller after using it.
The little things are really cool, like the paddles and the raised thumbstick are really cool, and the hair triggers are cool too.
I don't think I'd use all the bells and whistles. My favorite thing about it is just that it feels good.
But I would like there to be a PS4 version.
Probably if they had a version that was just the sweet tactile back that just feels a bit better, without all the bells and whistles of the plugging in stuff at the back and changing how much the triggers move. That's something I might be interested in.
It's not really a super essential immediate purchase, but it's definitely a nice to have.
Fucking heavy controller.